Hello, world's biggest small group. Can we get real and just be honest that Christians struggle and that Christians have pain? And I have no choice but to be real about this stuff because, as you can see, I landed in this wheelchair after I broke my neck in a diving accident. And when doctors told me that I would be a quadriplegic, that I would never use my hands or my legs again, I sank, I caved in. I even got mad at God. I had to learn to trust God in the midst of suffering, and I still have to do this every single day? Well, hi, my name is Joni, and I'm so glad we're getting real in this group about the fact that God, yes, God, He is the one who has wired this world to be so difficult. He is the one who writes suffering into the script of our lives. But I want to share with you 10 little words that helped me understand it all. 10 words that became, well, the theme of my life of quadriplegia and chronic pain and a battle with stage 3 cancer. And those 10 words are simply this: God permits what He hates to accomplish what He loves. I can't think of a better answer to the ancient question of suffering. Even at the cross, get this, God permitted what He hated, the agonizing death of His own precious Son. God hates murder. He hates torture and treason and all the injustice and the awful things that led up to the cross. But He permitted what He hated in order to accomplish something that He prized even above His Son's own cruel death. And that is salvation for a world of sinners. So the devil may have plotted the crucifixion of Christ to serve his own ends and accomplish his own purposes, to put a stop to this ridiculous talk about redemption, but God aborted the devil's schemes to serve His own ends, to serve His purposes. And so what happens? The world's worst murder becomes the world's only salvation. Now, friends, that is not just a theology lesson. That speaks to you, and it speaks to me, because in the same way, God hates the suffering that He permits in our lives. Mental illness, back pain, migraines, my own spinal cord injury. Yet, He permits these hard and difficult things in order to accomplish something that He thinks is far more precious in our lives, and that's patience, endurance, compassion for others who hurt, a refined faith, a stretched hope, a livelier longing for heaven, a love for the Word, and a deeper trust in God. Wow. And what He thinks is really precious is you identifying with His Son Jesus, who suffered. After all, Jesus identified with you in your suffering. Why wouldn't it be the other way around, right? Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15 says, quote, "This high priest of ours understands our weaknesses, for He faced all the same testings we do, yet He did it without sin." Look, God permits your pain to accomplish what He loves, and that is Christ in you, the hope of glory. Oh, friend, that is the treasure. That is what is so precious. Jesus is ecstasy beyond words, and it is worth anything to be His friend. So thank you for giving me this chance to really open up, to share with you, and to be honest. And thank you for being a part of the world's biggest small group.